couldn't sleep last night. I woke up this morning and I was so excited because today may be the day that we're regulars. Today may be the day Jalen Reagor goes. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and welcome to the day where the Eagles gotta get to the 53-man roster limit, and the day Jalen Reagor may be gone. Jalen Reagor. You know what I'm saying? It may be the day. Could the Eagles possibly trade him? I think it's possible. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe for daily Eagles stuff, NFL stuff. We stream every Eagles game. We never miss it. You don't want to miss it either because it gets crazy. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double check, double moonwalk check, and make sure you're still subscribed. You know how YouTube does me. Am I wearing red? Holy crap. See, I'm half asleep. I didn't sleep well at all last night. I just kept thinking about Jalen Reagor. We're going to trade Jalen Reagor. And I got up this morning to do a video before work. I put on the wrong colors. I was so half asleep I didn't even know. But it looks good anyways. Maybe the red counts because this could be like Christmas. This could be Christmas in August if the Eagles move on from him. Now, I know there's some people going, come on, man. Why are you bashing our boy Reagor, man? He's the first round pick. He still has talent. We still believe in him. Hey, I hope you're right. I hope he goes out and he kills it. He's great. He's fantastic. I really do. I really do. It's nothing personal. But I don't want guys like Deion Kane to be cut because we keep a guy that hasn't been better than him, but because he was drafted, in the first round, we're going to hold on to him for a year too long. I say, try to move him, try to cut him. Now, will the Eagles move him? Will they trade him? Will they cut him? I don't know. I don't think the Eagles will cut him, okay? So let's get that out of the way. I don't think Jalen Reagor will get cut. Traded, maybe. Cut, no. And if he doesn't get cut and he makes the 53-man roster, in all seriousness now, I think Reagor could still get moved by the trade deadline. I think something like that could happen. It happened with Zach Ertz last year, especially if he's productive. Here's my gripe with the whole Reagor situation right now. You have four guys, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Zach Pascal, all clearly, and I'm talking a lot of steps ahead of him. A lot of steps ahead of him. He's a guy who, when you say, okay, well, he's our fifth receiver. He was a first-round pick. He's now our fifth receiver. But at least he gives us special teams, right? At least he's going to go out and give us punt returns. And he's going to do things on special teams that make him valuable. No. Devin Allen was better on special teams than him. Okay? I trust other people more than him on special teams. I can't say I trust Greg Ward anymore because he's gone. So it's going to be interesting to see who they have do our punt returns. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you've got Greg Ward gone, and you're probably going to keep six. They're probably going to keep six wide receivers, right? So we have the four I talked about before: Brown, Smith, Pascal, and Quez. Then you're going to have Deion Kane. He's your fifth, and then your sixth is up for grabs. Do you want Devin Allen, or do you want Jalen Reagor? To me, Devin Allen, in the last 2 weeks, he has shown me a lot. He showed me that he has potential. Remember, Devin Allen is a kid that we haven't seen play football in 4 years. He hasn't played football in 4 years. And at the last 2 preseason games, he came alive. I really like what I saw with this kid. So I think Devin Allen, I want to give him a roster spot. And a lot of it was that, he didn't have a touchdown catch or even a catch in the game. But look what he did on special teams, man. They had him as gunner. He was down the field so fast. And this special teams, it's been lacking the last few years. Not just in returns, but I think in coverage. So I wouldn't mind having a situation where Devin Allen makes the team as my 6th wide receiver. Now, if you don't want Devin Allen to be there, if the Eagles have already decided to cut him and he, then let him clear waivers and go on the practice squad, then you have to keep Reagor. I wouldn't cut Reagor at that point. Okay, I joke around a lot. I'm busting balls partly with this whole Reagor thing. I'm partly busting balls. I'm partly, there's some seriousness and truth to it, but I'm joking around too. I want Reagor. I want him to flourish. I want him to do good, but I don't want to have a first-round pick be my 6th wide receiver on my team. I don't think that helps Reagor. I don't think that helps the Eagles. And I think the best thing to do is to move on. It is to move on. I mean, look, the Jaguars traded Laviska Shenault to the Panthers. As of right now, this current moment, I haven't heard the details of the trade. It was undisclosed last night. I think somebody said it was a future late round pick. That's about what you'll get for Reagor. I don't think you'll get anything else. I don't think you could. You'd have to package Reagor in, a Reagor and like a mid pick. We talked about Chuck Clark, but it doesn't look like they're going to let Chuck Clark go. So that really sucks. I think the Eagles should have jumped on that one. I really wonder what the trade of Chuck Clark and Reagor was, because I don't believe it was Reagor, and I don't believe Baltimore went to the Eagles and said, we'll give you Chuck Clark for Jalen Reagor, and the Eagles said no. It had to be something like, we'll trade you Jalen Reagor and a 3rd round, you trade us Jalen Reagor in a 3rd or Jalen Reagor in a 4th round pick, then we'll give you Chuck Clark. It had to be something like that. Reagor had to be the throw-in, not the main part of the trade. Otherwise, the Eagles are crazy for not doing it. That's for sure. But all eyes on Reagor today, because if Reagor makes this team, then he's, in my opinion, your 6th wide receiver. Now, it's not the worst 6th wide receiver, but what else does he give me? I can't trust him with special teams. That's the issue. And listen, there's been times where they said Reagor looked great in camp and stuff like that. Great. I hope so. But if you're only going to keep 5, and Deon Cain is going to now be cut because you have to keep Reagor, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I want to move on. I want to move on. I think Reagor would have, send him to Green Bay. I bet you Rodgers turns him into a good receiver. I think Reagor needs a change of scenery. I really do. I think he needs to go somewhere. I don't think keeping a 1st round pick as the 5th or 6th receiver is beneficial to his career at all. I don't think it's going to help his confidence. I don't think it's going to help him. I think it's going to be deflating, and it's going to make him resent being in Philly more. So trade him. Trade him for a late pick, 2097, 2042. I don't really care. Just move on from him. Promote Deon Cain. Let's give Devin Allen a chance as the final roster spot, and let's see what happens. That's what I say. This team is very, very talented at wide receiver. I would have traded Reagor for Laviska Shenault. The only other thing I can think of is you trade Reagor for Denzel Mims. Now, Mims said some stuff about being scared to play in Philly and all that kind of stuff, but he sure went out against the Giants and played well. The guy has tremendous upside. So I would do that too. Even though I don't like Mims because of the stuff he said, I get over it. I get over it quick. It's like, people get mad at Jadeveon Clowney for knocking Carson Wentz into next week, right? And they're like, well, he did that to Carson. I don't want him on our team. Me, I'm like, Carson ain't even here anymore. Bring him. Let's go. I'm ready to move on. It's like, let's just get this thing going, Let's bash some heads. Let's play some football. Let's do it. You know what I mean? We're lock, stock, and ready for cop. I said it wrong again. As a pause, I know. I always say it wrong. It always comes out all messed up. But, truthfully, I think there's a 50-50 chance Reagor's gone. Or I'll say at least he is traded before the trade deadline. Will he make this 53 today? Perhaps. The question you have to ask yourself about that, though, is if Reagor makes the 53, who's he taking a spot of? Is it Cain? Is it Devin Allen? Can you imagine a situation where the Eagles cut Devin Allen and he gets picked up and you never get a chance to put him on your practice squad? I'd be pissed, all because you wanted to keep Reagor on the roster. I don't want to do it. I think they should try to move him. I think it's best for him. I think it's best for the Eagles. Time will tell. Also, one other thing that I didn't talk about last night that I want to talk about now was the Eagles did work out a defensive back, another Cowboy, Quandre Mosley, on Monday, according to Aaron Wilson, worked out with the Eagles. Mosley is 23, was waived by the Cowboys last week with the NFL teams required to cut their rosters down to 80 players. Dallas had originally signed Mosley as an undrafted rookie free agent following the 2022 NFL draft. He was here. Oh, here's the reaction of Mosley. So yeah, I don't know too much about him. So we're gonna see. But I wonder sometimes if the Eagles bring some of these Cowboy guys in just to kind of figure out and hear what you can hear about Dallas, what's going on there, what they can give you, what they know. I think that's a genius idea, and I think the Eagles are doing it because they did that same thing with that running back like a month ago. We'll see if they sign Quandre Mosley or not. My guess is they just want intel, but we'll find out. With that said, let me know what you think in the comments section. Today is the day of the day. I will be back later when we know the 53-man roster. Should be fun. Now I need to go back to sleep. Take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. It's how we vision. We're all just living it. And it's like 5:30 in the morning for me, just so you know. Peace. Now that it's early and I'm getting ready to get my day started, I've been getting up and doing a great workout routine. It's a dancing routine that can't go wrong. I can't go wrong. You should see my coach do it. Or my trainer. You want to see my trainer do it? Look at this.
Hi, Michael Anthony, Fitness Hit MAF.